And once they started talking about engineering, when I spoke to Mark.
Ready? I think everybody's ready.
So you can scroll down.
Okay, it's 1 o'clock. You guys ready? Are you ready? Okay, we wait. Don't wait. I thought I could wait. Okay, all right. We're ready to go. All right, good afternoon. It's Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. Happy New Year, everybody. So that you all are here. Apparently you survived the storm that we had yesterday, so barely, I can say that. All right, so bring this meeting to order, roll call. So Chris Bridges.
Here.
Sean Eilert. Well, I'm here, and then I know Anna, you're on the phone, I believe. Anna, you here?
Yep, I'm here. Yep, I'm here.
Great. I see Sean Pease is here from the city. And Becky, I know is here. She just stepped up and take a phone call. And Richard Wills, our council liaison, is new to us. Welcome, Richard. I need a motion to excuse Ed Schroll from this meeting.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor? All
Aye.
right, great. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Anna. I need an approval for today's meeting agenda. I need a motion for that.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, approval for the minutes from the board meeting December 13th, 2023.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, great. I don't have any announcements. Public communications, 3 minutes. We have quite a crowd today. Hello, everybody. So Avita, and there's a new one. I see Ryan Griffith. So I always like to start with those that are on Zoom. So you have 3 minutes to make a public comment in regards to anything parks. So Vita, I'm going to start with you if you want to make a comment.
Okay, thank you, Kirsten. Thank you for having me. I don't have any comments. I just want to wish everybody a happy new year.
Oh, thank you. Ryan, I see that you're on. If you would like to make a 3-minute public comment, you're next.
I'm good, just tuning in today.
All right, thanks. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, anybody back here want to make a public comment? Okay. Well, I'm Scott. Okay, new business, park board interview. We have a new applicant, CJ Griffiths. He's sitting right here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for throwing in your name into the Parks Board. We really appreciate it. We just ask a bunch of questions. We don't take a vote here. We don't do anything like that. We just ask questions. Pretty informal. It seemed very informal. But I always like to start out with, why the Parks Board? So you're interested in Parks Board.
Hello, everyone. I'm a relatively new resident of Ocean Shores, along with my husband. We've gone through the process, of getting settled in, of meeting the community, making friends, doing all of that. And I've been feeling lately like it's time to get more involved, invest in the community, and give back in any way I can. And so I saw that there were some openings on the Parks Board, and I was pretty excited about that because I think that one of the things that could happen in a place like Ocean Shores is people can get distracted by the ocean and the beaches, and they can lose sight of what else this city has to offer. And one of the great things that we have here is a pretty robust park system.
Yeah.
And so I was super excited about being able to be a part of that and helping, maintain, strengthen, and hopefully grow the parks here over time and make sure that they are for everyone. So that's why.
Perfect. So the board, anybody have any questions? Anna, I know that you're on the line, or on Zoom, so just speak up. So we know if you have any questions, but Sean, Chris, do you have any questions for CJ?
Well, I came here for the same reason, because I was really impressed with all our parks.
Yeah.
And I mean, considering the acreage, we are really park rich.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
For a population this size, especially because of
Yeah.
how many we have and the amenities that we already have.
Yeah, I do drive around a lot and just check them all out,
Oh, yeah.
and you can see the potential.
And we live very close to the Goeduck property, which I know is listed as a future park. So, those kinds of things also excite me. I know that funding is always a limiting factor to those sorts of things, as well as the.
Well, if you have some creative financing to throw in the ring, then listen.
Coming up on a budget request soon.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sean, do you have any questions?
I just saw that you served on the condo board. Is there any other public boards that you have been a part of or public entities that we should know?
No, I do work for the federal government.
That's not public.
Yeah, it's pretty public, but it's my career. But that's the only board or commission or thing like that.
Okay, Anna, do you have any questions?
I don't, not at this time.
Oh, okay, I know your application was really complete, it was very thorough, so, it said that you served on a board previously, I think that one of the things that I like about our board is that we have a very good working relationship with everybody, and everybody's willing to help out. I mean, we've done outreach, community outreach events where, each member of the board has taken, a couple of hours out of their Saturday, Sunday to do that. We've been on ad hoc committees before. We've gotten a lot accomplished in the past 2 years that I've been on this board. We were able to revitalize Chinook Park. We were able to get a new skateboard park that with the help of the foundation. And we're currently working on the basketball courts. I mean, we're just chipping away at every park that we can. And we've got this health fair coming up soon, and of course, we're all kind of chipping in and helping with that as well. So it is nice to have that piece of our board, and I know other boards are probably that way too. I don't know. But I do, that's one of the things I love about our board is that we work really well together. And we clearly accomplish a lot of things. So that's something that I know sets us apart and keeps us moving forward and looking at all the other parks and trying to fix them and giving love, spreading out all the love as we can. So, but do you have any questions for us?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, all right.
But I have a question if I may.
Sure.
My intention is to post my liaison committee notes on my online website. And if you feel it is appropriate, if you send me Ryan's bona fides,
CJ?
CJ, I said Ryan, CJ's, then I will attach them to this, and then everybody can see how qualified this is impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's probably not.
You have a problem with that, Ryan?
It's CJ.
I can see it. What is the jargon?
Well, he's been talking
That's funny. It's okay.
Oh, that's
about it.
it.
I think that's fine. I can't remember if address and phone. numbers.
Yeah,
we
can
can
redact
So if you take that stuff off, then yeah, go ahead.
We can.
That's a good point, yeah. Is Ryan a relative?
He's my husband.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good.
Perfect. All right. No problem. Anything else? Anything? All right. Well, and you're more than welcome to stay if you want to stay at the meeting, or you certainly stay there too. Sit right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your time. All right, moving on to old business, ARPA park board requests, Chinook playground equipment. I just leave this on because it's not completed yet, even though we have the playground equipment, it's not installed and it won't be installed until spring, whenever that's deciding to, whenever it gets here. Certainly not this weekend. Really wet today out there. Oh, boy. It is very wet out there today. As a matter of fact, when we get to Sean and your list, I should add you on the agenda because you always have a lot to talk about. I should give you your own little,
That's fine.
your own little topic.
Yeah.
A little staff report. Staff report. I think I should do that. Staff report, but anyway, so we'll get to that. So we're just waiting for that playground equipment. It's sitting at Public Works, so springtime. Okay, number 2 is the RCO grant for 2025. That's on there because obviously we're going to be applying for that come September. And I believe that we did talk about just doing the baseball field, the baseball diamond at North Bay Park. And I asked Sarah this and I emailed her, asked her if RCO would look, I mean, if you will, down upon us or negative in a way if we decided to go for a different park. And she said, absolutely not. As a matter of fact, they'd probably prefer that So she said to go for the baseball diamond instead of the tennis courts that we had tried to go for and didn't get, so we'll go for that.
RCO stands for.
Recreation Conservation Office. Oh, I got my memory.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Thank you. So we'll just have to start working on bids for that. For the
One of the things
baseball.
I was thinking about with that baseball diamond, and the only reason I thought about it was because I met the new baseball coach for North Beach. Scoreboard,
Mhm.
there's no scoreboard.
We should work with the coach on the needs for the field.
So-
Really good point.
Yeah.
So I talked to him, I asked him if he had walked the field, he said, yeah, it's not the best field I've ever seen, he's also the coach for Grace Harbor, Community College. He's a baseball coach there too.
Oh,
So he's a really good guy, he's a sub two for us now.
that's a great fun.
But I was a part of getting the new scoreboard for the high school. And so if that's something we choose to do, there's a lot of great companies to go through and get quotes from for that.
Okay, I'll put your name down there. And another idea for that would be another grant.
Yeah,
I think the Grace Harbor Community Foundation is one, and so Seabrook. Didn't Seabrook help with that one?
they did, I think it was a third of it.
So that field's only a backup for you guys though, right?
That is the main baseball field.
It is.
So fast pitch plays at the high school and baseball plays specifically at that field because it's bigger than the fast pitch field.
Okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a backup.
I didn't know
field.
that either.
They practice and play all of their games on that field.
Back then, because,
Yeah.
I know that your crew maintains it and I see them out there maintaining it quite often and whatnot, but also, just so that I know when there was a game so that we can make sure that the garbages are empty and all that kind of stuff.
I'll get his contact information and we'll maybe potentially bring him in here for a meeting or something, maybe next month or a month after.
Sure.
Be nice to get it started for the spring season.
Right.
Yeah,
Put it on the top of the list.
I don't think that's gonna happen. We don't have any money.
We will have a grant, yeah.
Don't have the grant. We won't have it until 25.
Well, we might be able to work with the school too, because instead of using it as a primary field.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. There's no, yeah, well. That seems to be the common theme. Okay, anything else on the RCO grant for 2025? Looks like we've got some things to do, that's what their needs are, so, okay. Next up is park map flyers. So I've been working, and Nicole, thank you, big shout out to Nicole. She was able to go in and update our park map. And so add some, take some away, make it more readable, if you will. And so then I sent that off to Aberdeen Minuteman Press to put it into, which we haven't completed yet, I'll pass around the flyers, but into a trifold, so one that we can hand out to the public. So we had a couple of options, so there's 5 copies, I've got one, but if you wanna, there's that one, and then there's this one, so maybe you guys can share back there.
Yeah.
Sharing back there. Okay, just having them around. So, but it's up here on the screen. So the first one, they're both the same on the front, and this is not to scale. So, that's just one. So you guys will have to share there. So this one, it's the interior that's different. So when they go to open up the trifold and they'll have the map. And then this one in particular talks about all the items that are at the individual park. So that's option, I'm just gonna say option A,
Mhm.
right? Then option B is just the map with the key grid. I don't think you guys have that one, but it's up on the screen. So, I added some pictures and we can change out the pictures. The wording on the back is not complete yet, so don't hit me for grammar and run-on sentences. I haven't completed it yet. But anyway, I just wanted some feedback. First of all, what do you guys think? Again, this is not to scale, so it'll be a little nicer. But I personally think that it's less busy, and I think we can blow up the map more if we don't have the language to the left that explains what is at each park. Because what we do have, thanks to Jane reminding me, the blue zones give out free QR codes. We have a QR code in the back that you can just scan and it goes right to your phone. And it'll pull up the map that talks about all the information that's available at each park. So I'm just looking for feedback. What do you guys think from the STEM
Can you see the
committee?
version that doesn't have all the wording on the
Got that one, yeah,
left?
I have it up right there too, Sean.
Oh,
yeah,
my glasses, I
So-
can't see it.
so, yeah, oh, so this
To be able to read.
This is much nicer than that version
Oh, yeah.
than mine, but, I mean, Nicole, you did a great job, thank you. You notated that the access roads are beach access roads, instead of just a sign, and we've added the High Dunes Trail, we took out some things. But anyway,
It's good to me.
I think
I like this one, yeah. Yeah, you like the one that doesn't have all the information on the side. right?
Yeah, because
It's
like I
more
said, who
simple.
doesn't have a phone anymore in their
Right.
pocket anymore?
Right,
Well, and this is just enough to get them started.
yeah.
Well, and this confuses people, I think, in some aspects. They're like, why are they giving us how many acres are in this park on the flyer for the park?
Yeah, I mean, we can take out some of the
Right.
wording, but I mean, I don't know, I agree, I think it's redundant, I don't think it's necessary, but I wanted to see what you guys thought. Anna, do you have any input?
No, I agree with the QR code being will, I think, be the success of the whole pamphlet.
Okay. And I might be able to get some newer pictures, some better pictures, I was just wanting something on there so I could have a visual of it. Because I know like the one at the dog park, they have benches now, so that'd be nice to show that.
And the sidewalk.
And the sidewalk part,
The dirt dugout is all better now.
okay, that's a good point. So we like option one, continue with option one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. This will be like on a glossy paper, nice folded, and we'll be able to hand, I think these should be done by the time we do the health fair. If not, we'll just have the park map available, but these should be done by then.
Is it just me or do we have two number ones on here? We have a number one at Milo and a number one at the interpretive center.
No, it's an I.
Oh, okay, maybe we
It
should.
doesn't have the little, it has a little thing for the
Yeah.
one at the top.
Oh, okay.
And it's a different color.
I was just wondering.
It's okay.
So when you scan the QR code, it's just the map with listing what's in every park?
Yeah.
Get your camera out, and just point your camera at it.
Oh.
Camera anymore.
And then it'll pull up, do you wanna click this link and? you see it?
It's just this map, not the language.
Okay.
Do you want the QR code to have the extra information on the side?
That would probably be.
We could do that probably.
And
Okay,
then they can have it if they want it, I mean, it's there, they can see all that stuff, but it's not. On the
Yeah.
pamphlet.
Are we still considering handing these out to the hotels?
yeah, so the foundation, the Parks Foundation, is going to apply for ARPA funds that they have available to help the cost to get these printed, to be able to place at convention center and the hotels for tourists. And if we aren't awarded, then then the foundation will try for LPAC funds. But, yeah.
Do we
In
have
the
a
meantime,
ballpark?
I don't know I know for 1,000 trifolds to get printed in color, it was $844. And I know we get a break for a larger quantity. I just don't have that number.
Well, at least
So it's gonna be
that's a
under
ballpark.
$5,000. So, I mean, I'm guessing probably $3,000 for about 5,000 of them, but that's a guess. It's not.
Would this be something that we could ask the condos and hotels to cover themselves, since it's for their guests?
Well, we could also go for LTAC funds. We could try to
Yeah.
get some money from LTAC funds, which that is.
Cause I can imagine them going through 100 of these in a weekend easily.
Yeah, so we'll need a few of them. Maybe the foundation goes for both, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that this is a good thing. They used to do this when they had the chamber and they don't do this anymore. And like you said, is that we do have a lot of outdoor spaces and people just aren't aware of them, especially our waterways, especially our canals. So.
I mean, I've been able to stay in there.
There's people who live here that don't even know all the parks we have.
I barely know the parks we have. I do know them, but it took me a while. All right, well, then I will get the QR code fixed to add the language and then we'll just stick with this option. So, perfect,
Thank you.
yeah. All right, moving on, basketball courts. So we know in the springtime, spring or summer, whenever it's nicer, we're going to restripe the basketball courts via volunteer, that's me. And I did buy the foundation, bought the netting. So I gave those to Sean, so we have new nets, we just have to wait for nicer weather. How's the lights coming on that?
They're done.
Yay,
So if somebody walked over and hit the button right now, they'd come on.
okay,
I haven't got the signage for it yet. To be honest with you, I did forget, and that's why I'm making myself a note right.
that's right. Okay, so we're gonna add some signs that say the button's over here, the timer, push the timer, and then the lights come on for the basketball court, so that's great.
Is that a 90-minute or a 30-minute?
Right, yeah, it's 90 minutes. So they come on for 90 minutes, and then after 90 minutes, they blink twice, and then they give them 2 minutes to turn it back on.
Okay.
To hit them again.
Okay.
So, but I'll put all that information on the little board too as well, so. I might get with you guys, I know that, there's some kind of a little bit of language in that sign at North Park right now about it, even though it wasn't something else. That, I don't know, the one that you and I had taken a picture of, and whatnot, thinking about getting replaced, because it was just looked like somebody had just taken a bunch of stickers and stuck them on there. Someone could always just take them and rearrange it to make it say whatever they want, so. We're thinking to get something more official,
Yeah.
laminated.
Yeah, for sure,
And then plus when someone graffitis it or something like that, it'd be easier to clean.
yeah,
Our plan was to update the verbiage and then just let you order what you want with your sign vendor, so that it's what you need it to be able to clean it.
Sure,
That's what we talked
yeah,
about.
just, we'll probably just do some type of, reflective.
yeah, absolutely.
Before I, get them going, I'll get with you and I'll send you something.
Oh, whatever you want, whatever's good with Public Works is good with Parks Board, I think.
Sound good?
Look at our, yeah, do that. So the basketball courts are coming along, so thank you very much. So the skateboard park lighting, we talked about this last time. We did have. Technically, it was vandalism to this bit, so the bumpers were taken off, quite aggressively. I think after some investigating, it was probably more than likely a skater, because a lot of skaters don't like that bumper, and the bumper really is there, so the skateboard itself doesn't fly off on the side if you fall or doing something. But it hinders a skater from going off the side and getting up back onto another ramp. So, I reached out to the manufacturer of the skateboard ramp, and I CC'd the manufacturer of the skate light. And Skate Light, the product that's on top, she actually said it's better if we don't have them on because the water gets trapped in between there and then gets sucked up underneath. So I'm like, since we live and we've already had a problem with the skate light, and we live where we live, we probably just gonna keep the bumpers off. So we're not gonna replace them. It's not a safety thing. It's really just for the skateboard itself to not go flying off. But that segued, as we all know, into maybe we need lights just at night, just so loitering and other things, but then also the skaters can use it at night. So I did talk to Chief Logan, because here we had talked about, well, do we want to add lights up on that animal control building or somewhere else? And she was she was fine with whatever we decided to do. She thought lighting was a good idea. She mentioned cameras. She thought cameras would be good, so, as you know, I CC'd you in that
Yeah.
email saying that.
I talked with Ricky, he thinks that we have enough range to go to the convention center or even to the police station or fire station.
The Wi-Fi range to put cameras up there.
So
for
it's
Ricky.
possibility, I haven't looked into it or not. You know, with the lighting, I'm still in the estimate phase, and then I gotta obviously talk with Frank and whoever
Yeah.
else I need to make sure that we can spend those funds there.
Yeah, I
And
think
if
it's a
not,
good
then
idea.
we'll,
It's pretty dark back there,
we'll go from there.
yeah.
I went by at sundown the other day, and it wasn't kids that was there, it was adults skating. And they were, yeah, it was like 3 or 4 of them going to town.
Sure.
But
I've seen them there with the headlights on their vehicle.
that's what I was gonna say, basically, they faced their cars towards it so that they could have more light.
That's it, and we need, just like the. We needed to have lights, we need to have lights in the skateboard park, because they can't skate at night there,
Yeah.
for sure.
That was
User
already
friendly.
installed before, so I
Yeah,
didn't have to ask for any permission to do that, because it was
Right.
like $25 to actually make them work again.
$25,
It was just a push button, that was it.
that's so cheap.
So, but
Keep
now
without
the,
lights or something.
now the power bill's on there, though, so.
Well, That's all right, we still have to get the kids out there to play, so.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so that's the skateboard park lighting, and I don't know, maybe we'll get some cameras, that'll be last, but, the foundation did purchase a squeegee. And, they will be purchasing a broom, just have to figure out where they're gonna place them, so that the seniors know that they can take the water off and any kind of debris and have access to those, so we'll work on that. All right, anything else on the lighting? You're just getting the numbers together, right, Sean?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We're moving right along.
I have a question.
Yeah.
On the squeegee and the broom,
Mhm.
how are we gonna keep those from just disappearing?
We're not.
We're not.
No.
Do we put property of Ocean Shores Skate Park on?
Sure,
So.
they're probably gonna walk away, but, we'll just do what we can and see what works and see what doesn't work, and I think it's just gonna be trial and error for a while.
Well, if we put property of Ocean Shores Skate Park, if they took it home, maybe the parent would see that.
Maybe it's the parent taking them.
And it's,
Well, and skaters self-regulate things.
I
If they,
was-
if they get, the kids are super excited about the park being fixed now. And so they were upset that it got vandalized and they're talking about it in school. So I think
oh, good.
with stuff like that, they would.
Pride of ownership.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good to know.
I think, peers have a lot to do with some pressure, peer pressure, and making sure that they just
Yeah.
take care of it. It's probably gonna happen. I mean, we'll deal with it when it happens.
Thank you.
Luckily, they're not a lot of money, but at some point, you just can't keep replacing it if that's.
Well, once the
the
camera
issue.
goes up too, I think that, and lights will be a big deterrent.
Yeah.
You're probably
Yeah.
right, you're probably right. So, anyway, but they are purchased, but I just gotta get them up somewhere. And Chief Logan again said that we can hang them on the side of the animal control building, that's where we feel that they should go. I don't know, I still don't know what the best place is, because, I mean, I think they would have blown away yesterday
Would they
if they
be,
were out.
would we attach them to the actual park sign, one on each side on the frame?
Yeah,
So that it would
That
look
was
like,
one of-
oh, that's the park, skate park's broom, that's the skate park's squeegee.
I still think they probably would have blown away. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
pretty good yesterday. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna go out there. Okay. So health fair, so we have the health fair coming up on January 20th. The Parks Board has a booth. We'll be handing out maps. Stop by, got little Tootsie Rolls to suckers to hand out, super healthy at a health fair. Chris, you're 3 to 5. I'm there all day. So if Anna and Sean, if you guys have any extra time, can you just shoot me a couple hours? That'd be great if you have it. But again, that's it for the health fair.
Is it still in the old days?
It's in the, yeah, thank you. It's in the old Ace building, which is over by Sunset Pharmacy and Beach Fun Fitness, Tim Rossow's art gallery over there in that corner.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's gonna be, like, I think they're doing line dancing. There's gonna be a band. There's gonna be an anger zone. Okay, I have that wrong. A smash zone, am I right? You can throw things. Super excited. Yeah, I think that's what you get to do.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yes.
That sounds kind of fun. But actually it sounds pretty cool. Hey, I gotta try it.
You have to have a release.
I know the need is fast.
Good way to start the new year. Let it all go.
Oh, much. It sounds like an interesting,
It's super interesting.
Yeah.
Concept that.
I've seen them do something similar to that with like a vehicle. They give you a big hammer and just you go and smash the vehicle. It's like, you would be surprised how tough a windshield
yeah,
is or
yeah.
a side window or something like
Really?
that. I see people like with a big hammer and it just bounces rock, you're like, really?
Until a rock hits it. Why isn't it so?
Right, maybe you should just go drop it on there.
Okay.
Great idea.
Dog waste stations. So I think we're done with this, right? I think. that
They're
we
all
got-
the requests have been fulfilled.
Yes. Okay.
Were we gonna put them in all the parks?
No, Triangle was one of them.
Okay.
I know that we just had a couple adopted parks and then Northeast Grand Canal, I know got one, and do we have one at Greenview?
I don't have let me see, review, yeah,
I think we
on
do.
the boat launch there
Yep.
and at the parking area for the beach.
Yeah, there's not one at Texmar.
Mm-mm. No, there's a garbage can there,
Yeah.
but there's no dog poop. still.
Okay,
When I was over there was a guy walking his dog, so.
yeah, okay, perfect. Wow, we are really moving right along, you guys, this is unusual. So reports, just for me, just from the, foundation perspective, you know, trying to get the squeegee in the broom and everything out there, just work on the park map flyers, I'll be at the health fair at both the parks and the foundation booth.
What time is it open?
11 to 5.
Okay.
11 to 5. Trying to think what else. Working on the comps plan with the company that the city hired and chipping away at that. I saw the first draft and it's really good. Like they're really, really good. They have beautiful graphs and everything.
Oh, I can't
I've
wait.
never have done. So they're doing a lot of work and sending me bunch of questions to answer. So I got all that done.
Do we know how many pages it's kind of coming at?
No, not yet.
I wanna compare the old one to the new one, just the weight of it.
Substantially less, I can tell you that. So they're doing good on that. That's it for me. Anna, do you have any general to report?
I don't have anything general.
Okay, all right, Chris, do you have anything general to report?
I do not.
Ed is absent. Sean, anything in general?
I had the pleasure of getting invited to the Westport High School Booster Club's annual fundraiser. It was a crab boil.
Oh.
And it really started making me think as to why, as a Parks Foundation, we can't do something like that here in Ocean Shores. There's plenty of facilities like the Lions Club or the Elks that we can use for the actual cookery of the food. And do a crab boil or something like that, work with local entities that maybe even Quinault Indian Nation and things like that to potentially raise enough money so when we run into things that we need to buy from the foundation, we don't have as much worry about it.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Okay, I can bring it up at the next foundation meeting. Yeah.
It was just an idea that I had.
Are you
because
volunteering to cook?
I will cook all day.
Okay,
That's one thing I can do.
perfect. That's one thing I cannot do. I'm gonna add Sean, I'm now doing this reports. Since
Okay,
you're all-
yeah, sure, I have
So much.
a little
I'm just
bit of,
gonna add your name. here.
just everything that everybody had mentioned for last year, or last week, or the 13th, I should say, that, the Marine View, potholes, graded that whole area out on both sides of the road, and added some gravel. Same with the Grand Canal potholes, I mean, they're probably back already, but we did grade them. The Gunderson water leaking, we had put a new faucet out there that was leaking pretty bad, he had to just turn it off with the on-off valve at the meter, so we'll fix that. I haven't extended the ditch, but I'm not sure if I'm going to yet, but, I'm still looking into that. It doesn't seem to be collecting any water in that area, but, we'll see.
Yeah, I was out there the other day. I saw the big ditch. Yeah.
So we did do that, but he was requesting to get it extended around the corner, and I haven't seen much need for it yet, but, if he was here, I would ask him, because he's there every day.
Yeah,
So, I haven't seen it fill in like it had been, so
okay.
I think it may have been fixed, but, next
Okay.
time I get a chance, I'll stop by there and talk to him. That was the only thing that everybody had requested, and then, of course, the dog, bags that we took care of.
Perfect.
All done, no other requests for today,
Okay,
so far,
so far.
other than signage that I'm gonna get you on for, okay,
Perfect.
and the bid.
I will, the only thing is, which I don't think it matters, but I can post on Facebook, that the lights are working.
Sure,
And,
sure.
you know,
I can
where's
write on,
it?
I can write on the wall with a pin for now, the
Okay.
same push button.
And I'll say signage coming.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. We can do that. Nope. All right.
You could type up something and have Sarah or Nicole laminate it for you to put out
Oh.
temporarily.
Well, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Might be better than the wall. Yeah.
Sure. No problem.
Richard, council liaison, welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you.
I'm glad to be here and this, I never realized, let me back up, restart. I went to a Parks Board meeting years ago. And my next time back was the last meeting. I'm impressed. I'm very happy to be on the liaison. I think that you guys are doing a phenomenal job at making the city a better place to live, work, and play. So I'm very pleased to be here. If this is the appropriate time, I took some notes that I was going to say maybe during public comment, but maybe now's the right time.
Yeah.
So one of the things is you've all seen me typing away on my computer. What I have is a Word copy of the Parks agenda, and I'm making my notes, which are not anywhere near as complete as the last minutes that I read. So I would ask that when your minutes are available, but maybe prior to being approved, because that's a month from now, that if I got your minutes, I would incorporate them into this, because my intention with both, with all of my liaison and city council notes is that I'm posting them on my website, rwillsforshores.com. My goal on that website is as a legislative history site.
Okay.
It's much easier to go down and say, here's all of the agenda items, click on that, and that takes you to the agenda or to the minutes or whatever, than to open 24 agenda items under file
Yeah.
throw and search through what's the thing I'm looking for.
Okay.
So there are several things. Arwoods for Shores, it's the number Shores, not spelled out. Everybody's welcome to go there. It's up and active. I'm still working on refining it. This is one of the things that will go on there. Somebody talked about how come a rock will chip the window when a sludge trying to float. And it has everything to do with the amount of force at a point.
Oh.
So EMS carries a tool, that looks like a punch, and you punch that window and it shatters. But you hit it with a fist, yeah, it hurts your fist.
Got it.
Another thing that I would offer as a suggestion is the Fresh Waterways Corporation, not the advisory board, hosted an event called Paddle the Shores. Kayaks and paddle boards and all those things. And frankly, the members of the corporation, the trustees of the corporation are too old and decrepit to put in that much energy. But that may be something that you guys, the Parks Board, we used to do it out of the Oi Hut, across the street from the Oi Hut development. But that is all now housing there. So as we had talked about, if we did it again, it would have to go back to North Bay Park. The disadvantage of North Bay Park over the other location is the winds. And so the other location is a much more protected location, but still, it's something for you guys to think about, kick around. And if you decided to do that, the corporation has a lot of historical knowledge. And I'm sure you could get some volunteers to help in that effort. That's just something to
I'll make a note.
make a note, think about.
Okay.
It was a really fun event, and we used to get, 30, 40 participants. Charge the fees for, to cover costs, like we did the cardboard races, cardboard boat races. And
All right.
things. So anyway,
Perfect.
and that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. All right, so now we have another opportunity for public comments. It's still 3 minutes. But this is your opportunity to maybe talk about some of the things that we talked about. So again, I always go to Vida, who's always online. Hi, Vida. So do you have another public comment?
Thank you. You guys are doing so good. You're advancing all the things in the city. It's wonderful. I can't wait to get back up there. So keep up the good work.
Thanks. Thanks. Brian, do you have a public comment?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. And yeah, Jane. I know that's.
I actually have a couple of things, so I'll try and rush it through in 3 minutes. So the baseball and school thing, we were just discussing this at the community meeting, because Dr. Shank and Jeff Albertson were there. And that's another thing that we're just trying to get the community and try to get more volunteers, because there is no lead up like any Pee Wee League, anything like that, to get them for high school. So it's just, I wanted to know that there's a lot of people now trying to get a collaborative effort along with the school and volunteers and stuff to maybe just start going forward with this. So along with parks, everything's in conjunction. So it is being discussed. The cameras, if they're gonna be on the police, as far as funds, could funds maybe be shared between the police and public works or something like that, whoever's got more in the budget, something like that, if, just a thought on my part, because it will help also the animal control building up also. The broom and the squeegee.
Yeah.
They have those, I know Sean knows the little, spring loaded that you put a rake handle, all that.
I was thinking
Why
of
couldn't
those
we just
too.
put them on the back of one of the big ramps?
That's, I was gonna.
Just put them on the back of the ramps and then, I didn't know if that was an option, but then they are right there instead of having to walk over to the building or them not knowing that they're theirs because they're on a different building.
Yep.
That type of thing. And then I just wanted to let everybody know, I spoke about it at council meeting a little bit, that there's a new group that formed, it's called Defenders of the Coast. They adopted highway out there. But there's a few members right now, later they'll be going out as group 2, but are going around to different streets and areas in Ocean Shores and trying to clean up. So, which, I'm trying to help Sean out too, because, North End Grand Park from IG and all that, JK Lewis gets pretty trashed over there. So, and I know that'll save, Public Works some time from having to clean up before they mow. So that's out there. So that's a good group that's out there, and there's individuals right now that have just been buzzing around separate streets and picking up. So just wanted to put that out there and give a shout out to all the volunteers that are in. That's all I got.
So really quick. So yes, I emailed Dr. Shank and actually wanted to get together with him to discuss some opportunities, how the city can support trying to get some youth activities here, something for the youth. He's a very busy man, so, and I know that he's got the levy coming, but I have not heard back from him, but.
Jeff Albertson, contact Jeff too, because
Okay.
Jeff is heavily invested in this also. So,
All right.
and Jeff's very good about getting back and that kind of stuff, but Jeff is, because he's actually been looking for something for his 6-year-old son. or I think his first grader, and he's got nothing unless he goes to Hopiam or Montesano, so he's
Yeah.
very active in it also.
Yeah, I agree. And so, and then yes, Defenders of the Coast, I think they are meeting again on the 18th.
Correct.
And so I plan on being there. I went out and bought one of those little lobster claws for trash pickup. So I'm super excited about it. So I'm all about. And
Where do they meet? What time?
they're meeting at the convention center parking lot at 10 o'clock on the 18th.
And I would like to add to it, we're trying to get it set up, but somebody has already adopted 115. But they've been having issues, as far as volunteers, because it's a business that they only have a few people, and of course, those people who clean up, they got nobody at the business. So we're gonna try and also help them with their section, because 115, that's the entryway to our city, and it's just. So, yeah, so they're trying to help out all over, not just the 2 miles that they adopted out there also.
Great.
So in case any of you don't like this, will you check the addresses on the mail to make sure you haven't been unloading your garbage on the way in or out?
I would met with people that unload their garbage at the city dump.
Yeah. The other addition to that is I know Sean's been helping out with some of that too, with picking up the trash bags that are accumulating from the litter to clean up some public works.
And I went ahead and let everybody know there too, is that, I don't see any, the garbage is coming from this town and the entrance of it, so, I haven't had anybody, come back to me and say that that's a no, that they couldn't throw the trash away there, so.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a yes, go ahead and throw away the trash in the deal, and if someone comes to you and says, like a police officer, you can kind of steer them my way, but I don't think they will. I mean, I see people throw trash in there that aren't in the white bag myself, but I cannot say nothing because I'm not, code enforcement.
And,
So, and if I do, they just tell me to go, skip a rock.
well, I've been in contact with Chief Logan and Mayor Eldwood on it also, so.
You CC'd me on that one.
Yes,
And I didn't see any feedback from them saying no.
It's been all verbal. I'll have to get on them to make it a little more official. But yes, yeah.
In writing? Okay.
Quick question, the time that the cleanup, was it 10 o'clock it started?
Correct.
At the convention center.
They meet and we get our supplies and then
Safety equipment.
and then a few we try to only take a few cars, so we're not putting any endangerment out on the highway.
Oh, okay. That's smart. Okay.
And I think they, get Grace Harbor Patrol that's trying to come out and monitor the speed limit or slow it down a little bit while we're out there.
Safety, okay. Got off a little bit on public comment, apologize. And anybody else? Would like to comment? Oh, yeah, go ahead, and I need your. Oh, I'm getting ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ladies first,
Go ahead.
ladies first. My name is Sharon Sport. Sharon, what was your last name? Sport, okay.
And we moved here a couple of years ago. I'm a former Chamber of Commerce manager, so I'm always checking like the visitor center. And I'm very happy that this is going to come out because when you go in the visitor center over there, there's nothing for Ocean Shores.
Yeah.
And people come into town, it's like, well, what do we do? People don't realize these parks and they don't realize the entrances. So I think that's very valuable and I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, she stole my thunder, because I was gonna say, this is fantastic. Yeah, we're just talking about this, it's like there's no map to all the parks, so who knows what we have.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, would there be any value in putting this QR code on the park itself? So if you accidentally wandered into one, you can say, hey, wait, there's, more. Just a thought, I don't know.
No, I did think of that. I just haven't figured out how to do that.
Oh, okay.
So the park signs,
Yeah.
put it there, but I'm not sure.
Too close to the roads.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Jane, did you have a comment?
So it goes back, so Blue Zones has addressed that also, and it's been addressed through walking and biking, that things like on the High Dunes Trail, to have a QR code on that, everything that would be able to link to that, and I think it's just something you'd have to contact Blue Zones again about how because they're used to doing it and how easy it is to get up there, but yeah, that is getting it, a QR code on any sign around here, so.
Some of the parks have a clear glass,
They have a posting.
A
Information center.
Yeah.
an information center, right? So we could put a QR code in there.
but not all of our parks have.
How big would you make it so people could see it?
You can make it as, I think as big as you need. I mean, I've seen huge QR codes, so I think it's Richard.
I would suggest for putting the QR code, if you have a printer printed on bumper sticker type material, just stick it on.
Right, on the actual signage of the, right, that definitely is a thought, I just wasn't sure if that's where we wanted them, and I know I forgot biking and walking from planning commission, so I can talk to Gary and the Blue Zone, Chris from Blue Zone, so, but, yeah,
They were
We'll figure-
fantastic.
we'll figure it out. Thank you.
QR code, QR code.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, anybody else, anything, Andy, Jim? Okay, moving right along. Park inspection, so Chinook, so I got a report that the dog park's really underwater, and somebody suggested, what if we put sand, just a big layer of sand, I think I have enough at my house now, on my deck. I'll come get it from
Sam would
my
be
house
fine to fill in.
to fill in, but
Yeah.
the
Well, like-
suggestion was it would allow it to run off, like the water to run off and down, out.
Yeah, so what I would recommend is if we do something like that, you know, it's a feasible thing to just aerate it, so you take holes, punch holes, remove
Yeah.
dirt out.
Not
fill
like
more
a golf
sand, it
course.
binds it.
Yep.
So we could do that.
Would we do it now or later?
Right now probably wouldn't be the best time to do it because it
Usually
just
do it
make
in
rust.
fall and spring.
Yeah,
fall.
same time that we would, you know, we would
That's when they do the golf course.
golf courses here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and, we, you know, now that we are, the Ocean Shores city has taken over the golf course, and now we just lease it to that leaser, that, all that equipment is ours.
Oh, so we have an aerator. Oh,
So we could
nice.
probably let, you know, give
Okay.
a use into that, so I could work into that, we'll see, I could go talk to, I could talk with, Scott about it a little bit first, make sure that I'm not speaking wrong, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that
Fair.
all that equipment is, available to us now as well, because I think, you know, we took over the golf course, am I correct?
Yeah, we took the equipment too.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Well,
that
part
is
of
the
it.
city's equipment now, so, and those are city parks, so.
Mm-hmm, okay.
We could, you know, and that's gonna help in the goat heads and all that kind of stuff too, really, so. If
Yeah.
you notice, they don't have goat heads in there, or any other golf course.
Yeah, they do.
Well, they probably do, but they're in non-water areas.
You find them?
Oh, well, my ball finds them, yeah. It's usually not on the fairway, that's why I know it.
But yeah.
Someone's backyard.
Kind of start looking into that when it gets more time that time of the year.
Okay, that's great, and maybe that will help with the grass growing too. more grass.
Oh, it will.
Okay, and everything was fine, Gunderson's gonna occur, but great. I'm just gonna skip to Ed real fast, cause he's gone, cause I went and inspected his parks and they look fine, so he has Emerson Skate Park. Chris.
Yeah.
North Bay, Limpet, and Texmar.
They all look good considering that windstorm. You guys already picked up the debris if not, because they don't have any down branches or anything. So that's good. And the, North Bay, there's a family of moles that are just going gangbusters by the lake. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're every year.
Right now, one of those by there, it's like, wow, that's impressive. How
They're
come they-
well fed, apparently.
Oh, and you notice some more now because we're not mowing as well.
But they're pushing up a lot of dirt.
Yeah, we'll relocate that soil to another area.
I think they kind of hibernated this time of year, didn't they?
It doesn't get cold enough here for them.
Oh.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
For 2 days.
For a few days. They'll just go a little deeper. So we're good.
Good, all right. Anna, you have Marine View and South End, Grand.
South Grand's fine, Marine View, obviously because they're doing so much work down there, they keep shutting down, Marine View Drive, the road. So there's a lot happening down there with them moving all the sand and the trucks trying to block off the tides from coming over the road, but the park itself is fine.
Okay, thank you. Sean, you have Northeast Grand Canal and Milo Schneider.
I saw them do the potholes for Northeast Grand Canal. Unfortunately, I just think it's gonna be a battle that we have to do continuing, maybe a scheduled maintenance type thing. Because as soon as they got it done, I mean, the next day I went by and there was a semi parked there and the semi left and there was ruts there. That ground is so soft right there that it immediately turns into potholes. And then I reached out to the Lions Club, I just haven't got a response.
Okay,
I'm just waiting on that.
yeah, there's still no playground equipment.
There's ropes up still, but that's all.
Okay, alright. All right, our future meeting date is on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2024 at 1:00. It is 1:55. I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that move.
And I'll second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Wow, that was one.